Hi, this is Keith Larson, publisher of Control Magazine and ControlGlobal.com. Welcome to the Solution Spotlight edition of our Control Amplified podcast. Today, the topic at hand is industrial asset lifecycle and how asset owners can ensure that they derive optimal value from those assets from the earliest stages of design through long-term sustainment of production capabilities. To help illuminate this important issue, I'm pleased to have join me Rachael Conrad, Vice President and General Manager of Customer Support and Maintenance for Rockwell Automation, as well as Matt Fordenwalt, Vice President and General Manager for Systems and Solutions, also of Rockwell Automation. Welcome, Rachael and Matt. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Well, let me just get things started. Topic of life cycle services could mean a lot of different things, a lot of different people. I think for many industrial automation suppliers, the term really refers to the help they offer their customers in managing the life cycles just of those automation assets, the PLCs, the software that's installed in their facilities. While that's certainly important, I know Rockwell Automation takes a much broader view. Can you expand a little bit on the scope of your offering and how you help your customers with the life cycle view?
Hey, sure. I'll get started, and then Matt, feel free to add on to that if that's all right. I think when Rockwell and we think about how we can best help our customers with their challenges and deliver the business outcomes that they need, we think about life cycle as the life cycle of their plant or the life cycle of their process, not their life cycle just of those automation assets. And I think the other piece is that we recognize that in a plant or in a process, it's not going to be just Rockwell Automation assets that are there. So we have to be able to support our customers with all different types of technology, all different types of vintages, and that's really kind of how we broaden and try to deliver more value for the customers.
Yeah, I would agree, Rachel. Lifecycle services from Rockwell Automation is not just your industrial automation asset. It's also the people who are supporting your operations and their knowledge of your industry, your application, and your operations. How do we support those people as well? And then how do we help you get the most effective business outcomes that you're looking through your investment in those assets? So when I think of the lifecycle services offering, we have capabilities that help you improve your existing assets, design, build, or modernize those assets, and then sustain the output that you're looking for. And that's a combination of our industry expertise, our technology expertise, our actual application expertise, as well as operational expertise. And it's not just focused on Rockwell Automation content. It also extends to other machinery, other brands, and more importantly, the people in the facility who are extracting value from your investment.
Mm-hmm. So there's acknowledgement of training that's required to allow your customers to service and get maximum value, as well as acknowledging a heterogeneous environment that, every plant, once it starts up, is brownfield. So it's seldom going to be one automation platform. So you're prepared to help them with these heterogeneous environments.
Yeah, and maybe just to add to that, the offer, the capability looks different depending on where customers are in that life cycle, right? So there's anything from different types of consulting services that we have relative to kind of standing up a new plant, or maybe even building a connected enterprise or working through a digital transformation. There's professional services, right, on how we can help package and modernize equipment, kind of act as a mean automation contractor. Those are examples of professional services. We have an offering of connected services, which is all about the OT space, from networks, designing networks, to a full cybersecurity OT program rollout right across the globe. And then there's maintenance services, which are about more traditional, like asset repair, but also include things around analytics. And then support services are kind of those traditional services you think about: the on-site technical support, remote technical support, training. Those things fall into that bucket. So you can see, depending on where customers are and what their needs are, there's really a full offering across the life cycle to support them.
Yeah, that's greenfield plants and next generation machines are certainly exciting, but every plant after that first startup is brownfield, and every machine becomes a legacy asset very quickly. So that sustainment and improvement, and when you talk about digital transformation, that's what everybody's talking about. And they're not talking about new plants; they're talking about transforming those existing assets. So that's good to hear. Rockwell Automation also has a very enviable partner ecosystem, many of which provide those frontline design, integration, and implementation services on behalf of end users and machine builders. How does Rockwell collaborate with those other companies to help meet mutual customers' needs? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. This is Matt. I'll go first, and Rachel can add on. From a lifecycle services standpoint with partners, obviously Rockwell is a large OEM ecosystem, system integrator ecosystem. We have services from a lifecycle standpoint in terms of our ability to coordinate across our partners to ensure faster startup or commissioning of new machines or applications across a large swath of machinery. We also have services and capabilities to bring data into a lot of our managed services capabilities and partner with those companies in the ecosystem to ensure that we're applying the right skills and talent to support each aspect of the machinery within that facility or the applications. So if you think about our ability to partner with an OEM or an Encompass partner, it's not just on the technology side. We have the ability in the sustainment stage after commissioning to also integrate support contracts and be able to distribute the right resource with the right skills at the right time to that facility based upon the partnership needs, understanding that no single vendor can be everything to everyone.
Yeah, I echo that, Matt. I mean, I think when you think about it, is like we place such high value on our partners, and we need them to be successful. We need them to help Rockwell be successful, and our customers need an ecosystem of people working on their behalf to support them. I think when you think about collaboration and really the heart of true collaboration, it's really about acknowledging when you aren't the proper fit to do everything for a customer, but you also know what you're good at, what is complementary, and then this ecosystem that we've built with our partners allows us to bring the right people to the table at the right time, and it can look seamless, and it should feel seamless to our customers that we're all working towards the common goal.
So I'll just give you a real life example. We have many customers today, hundreds, if not thousands of plants that rely on some of our sustainment services from our remote support or our connected services groups. Mm-hmm. And those types of support contracts are proactive. They're monitoring sort of the IT and OT infrastructure from the network in that facility to the industrial data center to all those heterogeneous OT end nodes. Those could be Rockwell, an Allen Bradley PLC. That could be a Rockwell Drive. That could be a competitive asset that's out there. But with one call to our support center, we're able to have a single service ticket that goes across multiple partners. That could be a Cisco switch. That could be VMware that's hosting an application. That could be, also with a Rockwell Automation PLC. So you're talking to a degreed engineer technically to troubleshoot that, or who is proactively calling you based upon something that we've analyzed and determined is something that we need to do. So our goal is to simplify that customer experience and sort of federate that across multiple different partners to bring the best of that so that the customer is not burdened with who do I go to for what.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And more what you can do to simplify these complex environments, especially when you think of all of the connectivity that is being promulgated. You got to look at the cybersecurity aspects. You got to look at all the data integration aspects, especially in a heterogeneous environment. So congratulations for offering and helping users do that.
Yeah, and just maybe another kind of example to bring it home is for our OEMs in particular, if they're a North America-based OEM that's building like really great packaging equipment as an example, and that equipment is being shipped all around the world, right? Sometimes they don't have the resources in other countries or the ability to send those resources quickly to support end customers, right? So I think that's another example, kind of the other way of how we work together with our ecosystem to support customers, and whether that customer is the OEM themselves because we're supporting them, or the end user because they're in a country that the OEM might not have capability to travel to, right?
Mm-hmm. So you can really bring that reach and that global presence to help more local machine builder that may have fleets of machines all over the world.
Right. If you think of thousands of resources available at the OEM's fingertips to take advantage of, right? I think that's a great value.
Well, I think that's about the time that we have. I really thank you, Rachael, and thanks, Matt, for taking the time to talk Lifecycle services with us today. And you in the audience, if you're interested in a deeper dive into the Rockwell Automation Lifecycle offering, I'd recommend you consider attending the upcoming 2019 Automation Fair to be held November 20th and 21st in my hometown of Chicago. Hope to welcome you there. And if you happen to be focused in the process industries, including batch and industries such as life sciences and food and bev, I'd further encourage you to check out the Process Solutions User Group Conference if you're not aware. It's held Monday and Tuesday of Automation Fair week, and it really digs deeply into many technologies specifically for process manufacturers, including some stuff specifically around lifecycle. Matt or Rachael, would you like to kind of discuss a little bit about what's on tap for PSUG and Automation Fair this year?
Sure, I'll get started. And hey, yeah, we'd love to see everyone at Automation Fair in Chicago. Weather should be okay that time of year, but no guarantees. We have a couple things that I wanted to just mention. So as was mentioned, the Automation Fair show itself is Wednesday and Thursday, and there's lots of technical sessions that you can attend, but importantly as well is that we have a large show floor. There's going to be a Lifecycle booth at that show floor, and so come talk to Matt and I, come talk to subject matter experts about our Lifecycle services, and you can learn more right there and talk to the people that are doing it every day. Also was mentioned our process user group meeting that Monday and Tuesday. There's actually a specific Lifecycle track at this Monday and Tuesday session, so check that out and just come to hear more about exciting things that are happening, and it's an opportunity to give some feedback as well.
Oh, great. Matt, anything you wanted to add that you're working on or people shouldn't miss?
I think in the PSUG, there'll be multiple different tracks. You can learn more about Lifecycle there. There'll be more tracks on cybersecurity as well as plant PAX announcements and technical sessions. So I look forward to seeing everyone there in mid-November.
Yeah, well, great. I'm Keith Larson, and you've been listening to Control Amplified. Thanks for joining us, and if you've enjoyed this episode, you can subscribe to future episodes at the iTunes Store and at Google Play. Plus, you can find the full archive of past episodes at controlglobal.com. Signing off until next time, thanks Matt and Rachael, and we'll see you in Chicago in November.
Thank you.
Thank you.